What is a programming language? A programming language is a way for programmers, developers, to communicate with computers. Programming languages consist of a set of rules that allows string values to be converted into various ways of generating machine code, or, in the case of visual programming languages, graphical elements. Generally speaking, a program is a set of instructions written in a particular language, C, C++, Java, Python, to achieve a particular task. Learn more about the top trending and in-demand programming languages and take a step towards upskilling today. Major types of programming languages. Procedural programming languages. A programming paradigm that uses procedures or functions to abbreviate and categorize the code into reusable blocks is a procedural programming language. C, Pascal, and Fortran are the most in-demand programming languages supporting this paradigm. In this programming, the program is divided into functions or procedures. They are primarily insular subprograms that perform a specific task. These procedures can be called from other program parts, allowing for flexible programming and code reuse. The priority is the systematic execution of a program. Further, it emphasizes the series of instructions and influences data stored in variables. These are the best programming languages to learn, as they are widely used in the fields like engineering, gaming, and finance. Procedural programming can be less flexible, though this does not stop it from being one of the most significant programming paradigms taught in high-ranking computer science courses. Functional programming languages. Unlike procedural languages, functional programming languages are more flexible. It is composed of a series of functions. This programming paradigm stresses the use of model computations and data transformation. Haskell, Clojure, Lisp, and Scala are the languages supporting this paradigm. Functional programming makes programs easier to reason with and increases their reliability. The functions solely operate on their input arguments. They are less popular, but they have experienced a colossal boom from the educational point of view. They are assigned to variables, passed as arguments to other functions, and return results from other functions. Functional programming is efficient parallel programming. They have no mutable state. You can program functions and parallelly work as instructions. These codes support nested functions and consist of independent units that run coherently. Hence, this is more efficient. Object-oriented programming languages. In an object-oriented programming language, objects define the data and the behavior of objects. These objects typically include data attributes representing the object's state and method. This language enables users to make a complex system with interconnected objects. This language hides implementation components from the outside world through encapsulation. This makes it possible to build large, intricate systems without stressing about the internal workings of respective objects. The other benefit that makes this language so in demand is the feature of inheritance. It creates a ranking of classes that share common features while still allowing customization. Some popular object-oriented programming languages are Java, Python, C++, and Ruby. All these languages are top programming languages, but they share the principle of being object-oriented. Scripting languages. Simple to learn with easy syntax and dynamic typing, the scripting language is the type of language that is interpreted rather than compiled. The two types of this language are server-side scripting languages and client-side scripting languages. These languages make communication possible with other programming languages. Python, the easiest programming language used among developers, is Python. It is an object-oriented programming language. The language has a high-level data structure and built-in libraries that make it easy to use and suitable for rapid application development. It is easy, decoded, and has a dynamic semantic language. Perl, the language, is dynamic, with innovative features that make it popular and different from what is available on Linux and Windows Server. Websites with high traffic usually use Perl, including IMDb, as it helps in text manipulation tasks. Bash born again. Shell is a scripting language that is the default command interpreter on most Linux/GNU operating systems. This language is easier than most of the other programming languages. Bash makes it easier to create script store documentation for others and provides useful reusable scripts. Logic programming languages. As the name suggests, this is computer programming based on formal logic. This programming language program consists of a cluster of logical statements or rules that determine relationships among objects. It allows the system to extrapolate new information. Artificial intelligence and expert systems commonly use this language where reasoning and conjecture are required. This language allows a concise and expressive program, which is easier to reason about and maintain than programs that return to other paradigms. To summarize, logical programming is a secure and flexible approach to solving problems in computer programming. It is suitable for every type of problem. It is a valuable tool for a few applications as well. One of the most popular logical languages is Prolog, which consists of a set of facts and rules to describe a problem and reason about it. Imperative programming. In imperative programming, the programmer provides a set of instructions that the computer follows to manipulate the state of the program and the information structure within it. This paradigm describes the steps that a computer needs to take to solve a program, rather than defining the mathematical function. C, C++, Java, and Python are some of the imperative programming languages. The imperative is the most popular programming language in software development for system programming and low-level programming tasks, which includes direct-level control over hardware resources. Other ways to classify programming languages. Front-end Vs. Back-end languages. Front-end languages are called client-side languages, which are used to create virtual and interactive website elements that users can see. The front-end languages include HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Back-end languages are known as server-side languages. They create logic and functionality behind the scenes of the website, like processing, storing and managing the user's account and authentication. Python, Ruby, and Java are some of the back-end languages. High-level Vs. Low-level languages. High-level languages are easy to read and write since they are understandable. Developers can write code at a higher level of abstraction without worrying about the underlying hardware or operating system, as it is close to natural languages. They have built-in libraries and frameworks to simplify ordinary programming tasks like managing data structures or executing calculations. Examples of high-level languages are Python, Java, or Ruby. On the other hand, level languages are much more complex to understand and write. The code written in languages is very efficient and directly manipulates the hardware and memory of the computer. Yet the developer needs to rely on manual efforts and understanding. Assembly language and C are examples of this type of language. Interpreted Vs. Compiled languages. The interpreter directly executes and reads the interpreted code line by line without compiling it into machine code. It can be executed immediately without requiring separate compilation steps, such as Python, Ruby, and JavaScript. In contrast, the compiler first translates the compiled languages into machine code, further converts the human-readable code into a structure that computers can execute. Languages like C, C++, and Java fall into this category. Dear friend, if you like this video, kindly make sure to subscribe to our channel and also press the bell icon so that you stay informed about all our upcoming latest videos. Keep watching Protech Computer Education. Thank you.